Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to another ProBono.org episode. I am your host, Emil, and today I am with Nicole Lajit, who is Durban Regional Manager at ProBono.org. Nicole is a dedicated legal professional with over 10 years of experience in civil litigation. She completed her LLB at UKZN in 2012 and has a wealth of expertise in the legal field. In 2020, Nicole joined ProBono.org, where she channels her extensive experience and passion for public interest law into making positive impact on society. Deeply committed to advocating for justice and equality, particularly for marginalized and underserved communities, Nicole strives to ensure that everyone has access to legal assistance and representation. Her dedication to public interest law underscores her belief in the power of law to affect meaningful change and improve lives. Nicole, how are you doing today?
Fine. Thank you, Emil, and thank you for that lovely introduction.
I will say it is quite a good mouthful of everything about you. Graduated in 2012 in UKZN, and you joined ProBono.org in 2020 with a lot of wealth in that expertise in that field.
Yes, absolutely. And I think joining the organization, my love for public interest law just grew. And yeah, so I'm happy with where I am now.
Well, let's get straight into it. Firstly, could you explain the role of the Deeds Office in South Africa and how it ensures the security and accuracy of property records?
Okay, sure. So the Deeds Office in South Africa is responsible for the registration, for the management, and for the maintenance of the property registry. So it ensures the security and accuracy of property records, and they do this through verification and examination. That means that all documents are thoroughly um, examined by experienced examiners, by public access, so the public having access to the records to maintain transparency, and they have electronic systems and regular updates.
So a deed is like a contract to having a house or a property, right?
The deed is the document that is lodged that has all the details of the owner of previous owners and going on to the new owners. It has all the documents, all the details, sorry, of the owners of the property.
So that being clarified, for me, thank you for that. What is the process for registering a deed in South Africa, and what documents are required for this?
Okay, so the process for registering a deed in South Africa involves several steps, but I'm going to take you through a couple of steps and just sort of make it simple for you to understand. We have preparation. So this is where a seller and a buyer sign the sale agreement. Then we have the conveyancing attorney that gets on record. So the conveyancing attorney usually is appointed by the seller, and they prepare the necessary documents. The next step is lodgement, and that is where the attorney lodges those documents at the deeds office. So some things that are required are the deed of sale, proof of identity, a mortgage bond if applicable, and the rates clearance certificate from the municipality. The next step is examination. So all the documents are examined by the deeds office to ensure that they are in order. The next step is registration, and once approved, the deed is registered in the new owner's name and the old deed is cancelled. And the last step is issuing of the deed. So the new title deed is then issued and sent to the conveyancer for delivery to the new owner or the bank if a mortgage is involved.
So it sounds like a lot of steps, and it sounds like those steps do take quite a while. So how long does it typically take to register a deed, and are there actually any common delays that people should be aware of?
Sure. So the registration of a deed typically takes 7 to 14 working days once lodged. However, the entire process from the sale agreement to the final registration can take between 6 to 12 weeks. Some common delays include when people have issues with obtaining a rates clearance certificate, complications with the property's titles, or delays in the mortgage approval. So there can be a variety of delays, and this obviously is not in the control of the buyer and seller and the attorney. It is based on third party. For example, obtaining a rates clearance certificate comes from the municipality, so you would have to wait for them to issue the clearance certificate.
And usually with a lot of legal documents, from what I know of, there's usually a cost behind it. So what are the costs associated with registering a deed?
Okay, so there are many costs that are associated with registering a deed. I'll give you some examples. There is the conveyancing fees. This fee is paid to the conveyancer for their services, and it is usually calculated based on the property's value. There's the deeds office fees. This is a charge for registration of the deed. There's transfer duty. This is a tax that is payable to the South African Revenue Service based on the property's value. And there are some other additional minor costs, such as rates clearance fees, compliance certificates, and various other small costs. Minimizing expenses when doing a transfer can be challenging. But negotiating conveyancing fees and ensuring all documents are in order to avoid delays can help reduce costs.
So far in this series with probono.org, we've learned that a lot of the different legal practitioners can assist with different matters that they're in. So how does probono.org assist those in need with these type of matters now?
Yes, so our national office in Johannesburg hosts a deeds office help desk every Thursday from 12:30 until 2:30. The clinic is then staffed by a conveyancer or a legal practitioner working under the supervision of a conveyancer, and that is where you can consult with your matters that deal with property transfers and registration, property donations, Section 45 endorsements, or any other property transfer inquiries that you have. You can have a free legal consultation at the Deeds Legal Clinic. If you fall within our threshold and you qualify for our assistance and the value of your property also falls within our threshold, then we will be able to provide you with an attorney and a conveyancer to assist you with your matter.
And finally, what I would like to know is, what would you personally say to legal practitioners that are thinking about joining the probono.org panel? Like, what are some of the benefits? How do they join? Is there a cost in it? Is there no cost? What would you say to them?
Okay, so joining our panel is free. You can contact us on email, and we will send you some registration forms that you can fill in, and then you will be part of our panel. Joining our panel allows you to make a tangible difference. So to legal practitioners, their expertise can help resolve critical issues. They can help protect rights, and they can help uphold justice. And so I would encourage all legal practitioners to join our panel and our sister clients on a pro bono basis, because we do believe that every client deserves and should receive the highest standard of legal representation. And so I do encourage all legal practitioners to consider this opportunity and join our panel.
Well, Nicole, thank you so much for informing me more about deeds and how they actually work and what the deeds office actually does. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this probono.org episode, don't forget to share, like the video, and with the sharing, share it to your friends, family, and like I always say, coworkers. Nicole, again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Yumil.